Umar is a 14, a very old, dense universe with as even greater number of dimensions than is found in the dark dimension. There is no matter, there is only energy. The universe of the 14 was inhabited by energy creatures, a strange micro-society of what would be our norms, quite powerful entities. When filled with certain combinations of energies, a 14 gives birth to a scion, who is devoted to his genitor, being a smaller replica of it. The goal of every 14 is to gather more and choicer energies to increase the size of his clan. I don't want to get too confused when it comes to these spatial dimensions. Let's just say our dimension's 3D, and these dimensions are even higher than that. Like our one universe in real life is three-dimensional, but when you look at the dark dimensions and the 14 races, they're higher dimensional. You ever wondered what Dormammu's genetics is like? Well, think about Umar. The 14 are a collective uni-race duplicating rather than spawning, but they spawn two unique children, Dormammu and Umar. Everybody has respect for Dormammu. Well, you know somebody that's related to Dormammu? Umar. I already have a video about the character known as Clea, a magician type character. Umar is the mama of this super powerful sorcerer type character, so watch that video on top of this one to understand how strong Umar has to be just to look at her family genetics. And also check out my Dormammu video. There's been times where she ruled over the dark dimension on her own at times. Umar and her brother Dormammu were born roughly a millennium ago, Earth time, in the mystical dimension of the 14. She's one of those characters where she has mystical abilities without necessarily having to learn spells just because of her magical type of being a 14. And just being a member of that race, she has greater physical strength than a normal Earth man, the same age, height, and etc. Umar has the same ability to manipulate mystical forces for various purposes as her brother Dormammu, even though in this particular panel they say she's not as good as him. But yeah, she's within that range. But how exactly strong is Umar? When you're a character as strong as she is when it comes to energy projects, to be able to teleport and all these super overpowered versatile powers, who needs physical strength, right? Well, she's still implied to have incredible physical strength, capable of physically showing that she's not just a glass cannon. Yeah, the Hulk and Umar be macking. Don't ask. There's a lot of writer intent for her power, implying that there ain't no collective force in the multiverse that can stand against Dormammu and Umar united. Stated to possess incalculable power. When it comes to her raw power output, she can make two universes shudder. Video just started and it's already proven she can shake the universe. Power is even compared to Dormammu here. You see her blasting Thor in this particular occasion. A super heavyweight in Marvel. Her power is the power of Dormammu, and it grows stronger with each passing hour. Doctor Strange didn't know it yet, but he was comparing Umar's power to Dormammu himself. Power as great as Dormammu's, saying her wizardry is above him. She could be being cocky though. I mean, she is a mistress of power. But look at the flaming head. Implied Doctor Strange's power during these days couldn't compare to hers. It's a lot of statements similar to her being above Doctor Strange during these early days. Her threat level is crazy, talking about her threat level here. The mindless ones, you know, the minions in the dark dimension don't even want none of her smoke. Mighty magicians that I made videos about, like Clea, don't even want none of her smoke at times. Even though I would admit Clea has gotten W's on Umar before though. One could say Dormammu and Umar are the most powerful beings of their species. It's implications that Umar is above the average 14, so yeah, they're the top of the food chain even when it comes to their race. They even had dominance over the rest of their race. When it comes to her raw power in general, about Dormammu and Umar being unstoppable together, well, it's kind of proven when they fought the literal universe or multiverse itself, Eternity. Umar and Dormammu pulled up on Eternity, my guy. They came to bend Eternity to their will and remake all of creation, and they kind of did it. Night, Eternity. The Hulk and Umar be getting jiggy with it, but oh yeah, let me not get off topic. I'm gonna get to how versatile she is in a second, but when it comes to her raw blast power, offensive, destructive abilities, Umar's crazy. She can undo spells by Dormammu himself, spells that trap top tier wizards like Clea and Strange. She does it here to get Doctor Strange free, letting you know how powerful she is. She can drain top tier beings of their power, even Dormammu, while draining beings of their power. She can also help feed Strange at the same time, as stated here. She did the same thing on this occasion when it comes to draining beings of their power and just deciding to amp you up if she feels like it. That has to be a pain in the neck to deal with. In her occasions fighting Doctor Strange, she's actually got W's. One can even argue one-shotting him at that, even doing so here as well. Her blast can hurt Hulk-level beings like Red She-Hulk, especially in this comic. Blast can do serious damage to Thor, using the literal flames of the 14s. Top tier Asgardian type beings like Sif, she even curb stomps. Night to you. Time for bed. It's proven that her mystical bolts can slice through a planet as easily as a sharp-edged blade can slice through paper. So yeah, she could easily destroy planets if she wanted to. I already showed you how she said she can shake the universe, so her and Hulk again. She can summon protective shields and all kinds of bull crap, like in this occasion with the Hulk. More barrier protective type stuff. Yep, protection. She can deflect mystic bolts from Ancient One, magician top tier characters. Blocks out Thor's winds by protecting herself. Kinda joking around with him, it seems. She can make energy constructs with her spell energy projection. That's pure force. She can even project energy that's the weight of a score of planets, aka 20. She can pretty much crush you with a whole bunch of weight of a whole bunch of different planets at the same time on the spot with her blast power. Her telekinesis can kind of freeze people in place like Armageddon, beings that be fighting Hulk and stuff. A dude that be giving Silver Surfer a pain in the butt sometimes. Same with entanglements with Hulk type characters. So for her to freeze him like this is pretty cool. Notice how she ensnared the Hulk here when he was in that Warbreaker state for a little bit. Same with characters like Red She-Hulk getting ensnared. Gives you an idea of her power. Of course, they both have transmutation, transmuting their own father into dark, dead matter, working together, even turning an entire magical council into blobs of jelly. There's this time where Dormammu turned the Hulk into a statue, and Umar said, "Let me unstatue you." Like, bruh. Like other wizard-type characters, she's scary versatile. She can make it to where her spells strike within a heartbeat, like extremely fast. I mean, I know this is a joke, but man, macking with Hulk for that long was pretty impressive too. 3 hours with the Hulk. She's so confident in her power, she even said, "Do your worst, your pitiful powers can't harm her." She has superhuman durability, but to take multiple hits from Thor, Umar has that durability. Remember this famous feat of the planet getting destroyed in the dark dimension? Nobody's going to talk about how Umar was right next to that explosion. Yeah, all of that BS, she just called it annoying, so that she can either got defenses on that level, physicals on top of it. She has the defense to be able to withstand crazy impacts. Versatility-wise, she has spells that allow her to see the future. Just like Doctor Strange, she can cast the Crimson Bands of Sidorak. She knows how to depower spells in the middle of combat to control plants enough to even annoy Thor. Shape shifting to change the way she looks, changing her age to deceive you basically. Can literally bring objects to life and have that said object fight you. Even making the ground come to life to fight you. Make that make sense. Making even stuff like water come to life. This has got to be a nightmare to fight her. She's one of those characters that know how to break down barriers between universes. Yeah, she can just straight up teleport if she has to. So what's the need of her flying speed? She can show you your fear, or she can just thrust you to another dimension, battle for removal style, to where you're helpless. She can even track you if you teleport away, so you're not safe. Even if you try to run away, she can turn rocks into thrones, transmutation style. Every magic being has telepathy, telepathic type stuff, illusion type stuff. She has that stuff too, to where she can straight up mind control the minions she wants to fight you. So she can just sit back and relax if she has to. She can also break her own mind control spell if she feels like it. It wouldn't be a far-fetched to say she can pretty much use any element as she wishes, right? Even mystical beams or bolts, occasional with illusions, calming the Hulk's mind. Hulk seems to have a soft spot for women. The insane range of her telepathy, the dark dimension's like infinite in size. She can like telegraph and talk to everybody telepathically, which is insane. She even taught other beings on how to absorb universes into the dark dimension. Defeating the multiversal eternity is ridiculous because it's like beating up the multiverse. Like, imagine if the universe had arms and legs and said, "Let's box it up, the universe talking to you," laying out the universe or multiverse itself. She actually had the power of eternity shared and stuff. Like, that's how she was able to drain them and stuff with that stuff I showed you a little bit earlier. I mean, the fact that her blast can go through the entirety in a microsecond, which is 1/1,000,000th of a second, shows how fast she can attack with. In base form without draining, I would say she's up there with the top sorcerers at the very least. One could argue during the Dormammu's earlier days, she was at least on his level or greater. Dormammu has changed over time. Maybe she might not be as equal now, you know what I mean? She's one of those characters that can change her power levels in the right circumstances, draining, amplifying herself with the power she drained, overempowering classic magicians like Doctor Strange, the ancient one, or even Clea, a character I have a video about on the channel, Dormammu also on the channel, to really get an understanding of how strong Umar is. Standing next to planetary explosions like it ain't no big deal. She has extremely limited appearances, but yeah, she's extremely versatile. Just because she doesn't have as many appearances as Doctor Strange doesn't mean she ain't doing stuff behind the scenes or the writers just ain't using her. She's still ridiculously powerful in the hierarchy regardless though, right? But respect Umar, but I also got to give a shout out to those that took the time to donate to the channel. Respect Umar. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.